Hi. Today's sales thought of the day is all about negotiation. So I want to talk about a model called the Ackerman model. Ackerman model is a method or a counter-offer method for negotiation. It's always good to have some type of plan. We talked about processes and plans and how things go smoother when you have a plan. So today what I want to do is describe the 6 steps that are involved with this, and then we'll use an example. So first I'll give you the 6 steps. Step number 1. Is set your target price. So whatever, say for instance, we're the buyer or the seller, we're going to set our target price where we ultimately want to be. Step number 2 is you set the first offer at 65% of the target price. So again, if we're buying something, we're going to maybe want to buy it for X amount, then we're going to 65% of that would be our first initial offer. And then we're going to calculate 3 raises in decreasing increments, or increasing increments depending which end you're on. So in decreasing increments, we're going to go 85% of our target price. We'll actually go up to 95% of our target price, and then we go up to 100% if we're on the buying end of it. Number 4, step 4 is use a lot of empathy and a lot of different ways to say no. So you can just say no, sorry, no. However, if you keep saying that, it's nice to say something a little different. So you might just say, I'm sorry, I'm afraid that just won't work for me. Another way to say it is, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I just can't do that. I'm sorry, no. So different ways to say no. The key is being very, very non-threatening, being very differential or respectful in your negotiation with this person. They're not crazy. They're not asking too much. None of that. We're just going to say no. Let them negotiate with themselves a little bit. Number 5, step number 5, when you're calculating that final number, use a kind of a precise odd number. So $9.77, $1,000.74, something to that nature. And then step number 6 is on that final number, throw in a non-monetary item to show that you're really at your limit. So in the car business, a lot of times we'll say, hey, look, we're all the way done on the price. I can give you an oil change and a free tank of gas and a couple car washes, but I'm at my limit. And that lets them see that you really have no more monetary dollars to give. You're just down to the last few things that you offer as some items that maybe you can give to them. So let's pretend that we're buying this little trinket from a souvenir shop on vacation, and they're asking $15 for this little statue, and we'd like to buy it, say, for $10. So we're going to set our first target price at $10 as our target price, and our first offer is going to be 65% of that target price. So we're going to say, hey, you know what? I'll tell you what, I'll give you $6.50 for it. They say, nope, can't do that. We'll do it for $13. And you say, I'm sorry, that just won't work for me. Shut up. Let them counter offer. They may say, you know what, can you come up a little? And then maybe they'll come down a little bit, and maybe they'll get to, say, $12. And then maybe at some point we decide we'll come up to $8.50, because that's, again, 85% of our target price. And then our next offer would be $9.50. And then our final offer would be the $10 target price. Now, because we want to make it kind of an odd number, make it dramatic, and let it appear to be very precise, it might be a great idea is if you had 90 cents in your pocket and 7 pennies, you say, look, I got $9.97. That's close to 10. And you count everything out and make it a little dramatic. If you're on the other end of it to show that you're at your limits, what you might do is say, hey, look, I'll tell you what, I can't do $10, but I can do $11, and I'll give you the polishing rag to make this wood look shiny and new. So that's how it'd work on the other end. So again, it's the Ackerman model. It's a counter-offer method for negotiation. It's great to have a plan. A lot of you probably do some variation of this and maybe just haven't ever thought it out like that. But it's a great method. Works very good whether you're buying a trinket in Mexico, buying a house, selling a house, vehicles, anything like that. A great method and a great thing to have in your hip pocket. Again, always good to have a process. All right?